Hi everybody, hey, this is Mr. Forestier, and I'm going to give you an additional review on Chapter 1, some of the basic elements. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay, give me this here a second. All right, now down here at the bottom in Windows and stuff, in the search box, I'm going to type in the letter CMD for command. CMD, press enter, and that's going to take me to the command prompt. Now, you probably can't see that, so let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen and reshare and choose the command prompt. There you go. Okay, now you can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and maximize that screen, and you should be able to see everything that's in here. Okay. Now up here, this is what's called the system prompt, and in this case, it's what we also refer to as the default system prompt. So that if you do execute a command and you don't tell it specifically how you want it applied to, that it'll apply to this location. So this system prompt, as you lead it from left to right, is C:, which means it's the hard drive. The first backslash, which represents the root directory, the main directory. And then there's a folder called users, and within that folder, there's a subfolder called mark. Okay, or I like to read these things from right to left. Oh, by the way, this little right arrow is just a separator for the cursor blinking and stuff, so this way you know it's completed with the system prompt. So if I like to read this from right to left, I would say that I'm currently in a subfolder called mark, which is located under the users folder, which is located on the root directory of drive C. And that the blinking cursor just simply means that I'm ready to start executing a command. Okay. Now, if we remember and stuff, you know, computers and stuff have hard drives typically. They have floppy drives or USD sticks. Sometimes they have optical drives, whatever. Sometimes we might have partitioned our drives into other sub drives or whatever. Okay, so we have those drive letters. Again, the most common drive is just simply C: itself. If you remember from the last recording in Chapter 1, I put in a USB stick, and that became drive I: for me. So if I type in I: and press enter, now I'm at the default of drive I. I'm no longer sitting at drive C, I'm in drive I. And if I want to go back to drive C, I put in C:, press enter, and I'm back to drive C. Okay. Now, a couple of commands and stuff that are available, or that Chapter 1 is going to go through, include some simple commands like date and time or something. So if I type in DATE for date, it says, hey, guess what? Today is August 15, 2020, and would you like to enter a new date? And if you do want to do that and stuff, you can then put it in month, day, year. If you don't want to change the date, and then you just simply press enter, and it'll return you back to the system prompt. The same thing applies for time, TIME. Currently, it's 8:19 and 16 seconds, whatever. If I want to put a new time format, I can enter that in. If not, I just press enter, and I know the date and time. Now, as you're using the command line interface here, okay, this screen is starting to get filled with a lot of those results of your commands. And if I want to clear the screen and put me back to my starting point, I just type in CLS for clear screen. Now I have a nice, fresh, clean screen to be able to work off of. Okay, so again, it's kind of like the Etch-a-Sketch way. We kind of shake the old Etch-a-Sketch, it all cleans out, and then I just have that one system prompt that's there. Okay. There's another command called version, or VER. VER. Okay, and that tells me that I'm running version Windows 10.0.18363-1016. That is the current version designation by Microsoft of my Windows 10 operating system that I'm using. And again, I got that by typing VER. Okay, and then the last one I wanted to cover as a base command and stuff from Chapter 1 was the dir command. So if I type in dir with nothing else after the dir, notice I just typed dir, then dir just is short for directory. It means that show me a listing of all files and folders of the default location. In this case, the default system prompt would be show me what's in the mark folder. Okay, not show me what's in the users, not show me what's in the root directory, not show me what's in C:, but specifically show me what's in mark. So if I just type dir by itself and press enter, it says, oh, this is what's in your mark folder. It looks like a bunch of subdirectories, okay, subfolders, under the users, under the root of drive C, okay? And again, which returns us back to the system prompt when it's done. Now, if I typed in dir space C:/ users, right, now I'm saying I want a directory of the users, which is off the root of drive C. Press enter. And it says, oh, that's what's, I have the mark folder. Yep, hey, look up here. There's even another subfolder over there called public. I could also do something like dir space c:\\, okay? Which then says, oh, those are the folders off of the root directory, because \c is a root directory. Notice that each of these last three commands, okay, that I gave, okay, the directory of c:\users, the directory of c:\, and then the regular directory off of my default, okay, never changed the system prompt. Remember, I just typed in dir followed by what I would like. So if you type in dir by itself, it must use the default location. If you type in dir followed by a location, then it's going to say, show me what's in that location. And that is different than changing the directories. We're going to get into changing directories at a later time, okay? So that's the basics of the dir command. Now, one last thing I want to show you before I leave, and that is a little bit of help. If I say dir /, not /, ? That means I want to know what switches or parameters, okay, that means options, are available for the dir command. So that's a /? If I press enter, oh wow, and then you can read through this. We'll talk more about this in chapter 2, what that means, but there's a whole bunch of switches that are out here, okay? Same thing with date and time. So DATE /? Okay, well, it looks like there's only one switch, the /t. Let's see what there is in time. TIME /? And it looks like, yeah, time only has one switch in here as well. So a little tidbit there and stuff for you to learn. That is a quick reference help to the switches available is by adding the /? Okay, to the end of the command, and that'll give you some basic information that has been built into the operating system. So I hope that kind of helps you get a little bit more insight into chapter 1 along with the other video. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen. And you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.